What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. My brother Kurtis Anderson and I will continue to examine 100 years of the greatest 150 black fighters of all times. And we took a look at Emile Griffith, who was born February 3rd, 1938 in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. He died July 22nd, 2013. He was 78 years of age at the time of his death, and he would reside in Queens, New York. Emile Griffith stood 5 foot 7.5 inches and had a 72-inch reach. He was inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame July 1990. He had a record of 85 wins, 24 losses, 23 knockouts. He was stopped twice himself, and he was a 6-time champion. He would win the Junior Middleweight Championship belt from Don Fulmer. He would exchange the Welterweight Championship belt from Benny Kid Perrette. Some fighter he was, Emile Griffith. He would have 23 main event contests in New York's Madison Square Garden, just above Bo Jack, who had 21, and Tippy Larkin, who had 19. Emile Griffith worked at the Garments District in Midtown Manhattan. He was managed by Howie Albert. Howie Albert would introduce Emile Griffith to Gil Clancy, who was a recreational trainer for young boys. And this would all happen when Emile Griffith was hot one day. It was over 100 degrees, and he was loading some garments into the truck. And he asked Howie Albert, could he take his shirt off? And once he did, Howie Albert immediately knew that Emile Griffith was on the wrong business. You see, Emile Griffith had a physique like an hourglass-shaped body. So Emile Griffith would now be introduced to Gil Clancy. And just like that, within a year's time, he would win the Golden Gloves, had 3 wars with Benny Kid Perrette between 1961 and 1962, after being disrespected at the weigh-in. He would be humiliated and felt as though he had to get back at Benny Kid Perrette. March 24th, 1962, New York's Madison Square Garden. Now, he was knocked out by Ruben Hurricane Carter. 1 round. Randy Sandy, Gaspar Ortega, Jorge Fernandez, and Denny Moyer. He would face Jorge Fernandez twice and Denny Moyer 2 times. Now, when he took on Benny Kid Perrette, he would face him 3 times, 2 wins and 1 loss. Benny Kid Perrette was Cuban, along with Eddie Logart. He would also take on Yama Bahama, Teddy Wright, Don Fulmer, where he would win the vacant Junior Middleweight Championship belt. Emile Griffith would be in the ring with Ralph Dupas and Harry Scott, Joey Archer and Nino Benvenuti, Stanley Haywood and Gypsy Joe Harris. Now, he'd be in the ring with Stanley Haywood twice. He would also be in the ring with Nino Benvenuti twice, as well as Dick Tiger 3 times. Now, what's amazing about Emile Griffith, he would continue fighting and meet opponents such as Vito Antuofermo, who would be a future middleweight champion, Bad Benny Briscoe, Alan Minter, Carlos Monzon twice, Armando Munez. What a fighter was Emile Griffith. And we look at Carlos Ortiz. Carlos Ortiz was born August 7th, 1942 in San Jose, Argentina. He died January 8th, 1995. He was 52 years of age at the time of his death. He was a middleweight, stood 5 foot 11.5 inches, and had a 76-inch reach. He fought from 1963 to 1977. Had a total bout career of 101 fights, 84 wins, 51 knockouts, 3 losses, 9 draws, and 1 no contest. Had 14 title defenses. He was in the ring with Rodrigo Valdez and Bad Benny Briscoe twice, Denny Moyer and Jose Napoles twice. He was in the ring with Nino Benvenuti, where he would win the middleweight crown November 7th, 1970, and Jorge Fernandez. Carlos Monzon versus Emile Griffith, Saturday, September 25th, 1971, for the WBA WBC. Be a technical 14-round knockout. Griffith couldn't continue after the 14th round. Saturday, June 2nd, 1973, they would once fight again for the WBA WBC. And Monzon would defeat Griffith 15 rounds. But when you look at Emile Griffith, look at the passion, look at his commitment. He was a hell of a fighter. Had the pleasure of meeting Emile Griffith several times. Remember sharing a story once. When my dad and I were walking to the train terminal, actually. And Emile Griffith was walking to the number 7 train. He was going towards Flushing because he lived in Queens. And no one recognized Emile Griffith. My dad and I knew who he was. But he was an ordinary passenger on that train. And he couldn't be more excited to see us. And my dad just wanted to ask Emile Griffith. He wanted to be straight with him. And he asked him, Emile, what happened? 1962 with Benny Capirette. Why did you feel, why did you have that energy? And he told us. He told us what happened. He said there was a time in Madison Square Garden where you would somewhat self-promote yourself, where you have ring announcers such as Donnie Addy and others. And they would call you into the ring. You would have on your suit, whatever you were wearing at the time. And it was a thrill for the audience to see all the champions, past fighters,